everyone, I'm Liz, and it is time for another Top 5 Wednesday video. This week's topic, the books that you believe are going to be the next future classics. And I found this topic to be very, very difficult for me because most of the books that I immediately jump to, like Harry Potter and The Giver, are already technically considered modern classics, and so I can't exactly call them future classics. So I tried to get a fairly mixed representation of the books I have selected. So the first book I have come up with is 13 Reasons Why by J. Asher. This book is fairly well known. It has quite a few reads and a fairly high rating on Goodreads. It also is now becoming a Netflix TV series. I know that this book is going to stick with me for years and years to come. I still get the feels all the time when I look at it, and I really want it to get some renown because it deals so heavily with issues that we face currently, especially with teenagers when it comes to body image and rumors, suicide, and mental health, and all of that stuff, and it talks about grieving, and so it's such an important book right now. The next book that came to mind is The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. So many people know the name Neil Gaiman, and I know a lot of people talk about this book, so I feel like it's a great addition, and it definitely seems like it could become a potential future classic, especially in the fantasy genre, where it talks about also some grieving and making terrible decisions and growing up and all of that jazz. The next selection, and this is a little bit embarrassing because I actually don't have the book, but I do have the DVD of it, and that is The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. I think this might already technically be considered a modern classic. I'm not sure. If you know, let me know in the comments down below. But I feel like, again, this is very relevant today when it talks about mental health, recovering from mental health, finding friends, and navigating high school. It's so great. The next book that I know is talked about nonstop on BookTube and in the reading community, and I feel like his works are really good. I've never heard anything negative about any of his works, and that is Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. This book is phenomenal. He's so good at telling a fantasy tale, and also there is the elements and the oppression and the revolution and everything that gets brought up in this book. It's very relevant, and I feel like I've just never heard anything bad about Brandon Sanderson, and I really want to read more of his work. So I feel like he's definitely one of those future authors that are just going to keep building and building their world renown and just get even bigger and better. And the last book I have, and I don't actually own this one either, and I don't own the movie or anything like that, and that is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. John Green is a well-renowned author. He has so many of his books read and loved, and so he's definitely one of those big authors, and he writes about relevant and today's issues, especially with The Fault in Our Stars. Hazel Grace is battling with cancer and dealing with some chronic issues, and he really goes into her struggle and how she is trying to live her life even though she struggles with that depression and struggles with, just giving up, but she doesn't give up. And so it has a beautiful message in the pages, and most of his stories really do tackle some very, very difficult topics, and that's why he is such a fantastic author, and I will not be surprised if any of his books do end up becoming a modern classic in the future. And so those are the 5 books that I consider to be definitely a future classic if they are not already considered a modern classic. Please let me know in the comments down below some of your beloved stories that you want to see become modern classics, and just a classic in general in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys stick around. You know, do the whole like, comment, subscribe, whatever thing that you do if you like this video. And I really do hope that I see you guys again. Until next time, goodbye!